Welcome to SLIMTREE.com. Benefit from this Hatha Yoga for Flexibility video by creating a safe, quiet, and comfortable environment. We want you to familiarize and educate yourself with the help of this video by watching at least once through before acting on any of the contained information. Now get ready and enjoy. Let's begin in Child's Pose. So onto the knees, you'll walk your hands forward. Reach your fingertips as far away as you can, keeping your tailbone rooted down towards the heels, relaxing the forehead to the floor, and try and feel a stretch all the way down the back, all the way out to the fingertips. Beginning to breathe deeply, using the Ujjayi breath, which is a long, deep, slow breath in and out through the nose. As you breathe in, you'll feel the belly and the lower ribs inflate, and then all the way into the upper lungs. Full, complete breath. As you exhale, you'll expel all the air from the navel. Navel moves back in towards the spine. Good. Slow, deep breathing here. Next inhale, lift the chest up slightly. You'll walk your hands all the way over past the right side of your mat if you can. We want to feel a deep stretch. Exhale, release back down, all the way from the left hip, all the way down through the left fingertips. And again, slow, deep breath in and exhale. Next inhale, come back to center. And you'll walk your hands over past the left side of your mat. Inhale, breathe deep. Exhale, relax down. Good. Again, long stretch all the way from the right hip down into the right hand. And let's slowly release back to center. Inhale, come up onto all fours for cat and dog tilt. So bringing the knees directly into your hips, palms underneath your shoulders, fingers spread. You're going to inhale, lift the chin, arch the back, dropping the belly to the floor, lifting the sit bones. Exhale, drop, head down, lift up. Good. Inhale, drop the belly down and arching, tilt the sit bones up. Exhale, rounding the back, making space up in between the shoulder blades, head down. Inhale. Full breath and open the chest, and exhaling round the back deeply, tailbone tucking under. One more time, inhale and exhale deeply. Slow, deep breathing. Good. Let's release back to center and come all the way down onto the belly for Cobra. So releasing down. Cobra Pose, you'll take your hands underneath your shoulders, your fingertips just behind the tips of your shoulders. Relax the feet down at hip width apart, forehead to the earth. You're going to inhale slowly, draw the chest up, keep the chin slightly tucked in towards your chest. You want to be reaching forward through the center and dropping the tailbone back down towards your heels. Tops of the feet press down into the top of your mat. Kneecaps lifted, quads strong. Good. And exhale, slowly release down. Let's release by pressing back into Child's Pose, so hips back to your heels, and then curl the toes under. You'll come up onto all fours and press back into Downward Dog. So sit bones lift and heels drop down to the earth, taking the feet to hip width apart. So for most of us, that's about 8 or 10 inches apart. Fingers spread out onto the mat. Shoulders wide, keeping space in between the shoulder blades. So lower belly's lifted up towards the spine and the spine stretching long. All right, hamstring stretching, heels pressing down. Good. One more deep breath in. And let's exhale, release back down into Child's Pose. Hips onto the heels, stretch those fingertips away. Let's inhale, come back up onto all fours. We're going to turn to the side of your mat. So turning to the side, take the knees wide and keep the toes close together behind you. Dropping the hips back onto the heels, you're going to slowly walk the hands forward and come down onto your elbows into frog pose. So if you feel okay here and you need a little bit of a deeper stretch, walk those hands away and lengthen out through the fingertips, dropping the chest all the way down onto the floor. Good. Hold chest and rib cage, dropping down towards the earth. And again, keeping that breath long and deep. Let's take one more breath here. Big exhale. And slowly walk the hands back up. Round the back as you come up, one vertebrae at a time, just like a rag doll. Good. And let's turn to face the front of your mat, coming into a forward fold. So straighten the legs away, pressing the heels towards the front of your mat, spreading the toes. Take a deep inhale, reach up and lengthen, chest open, hinging at your hips. Try to keep the roundness out of your back as you reach forward towards the outside edges of your feet. Dropping the head down. And again, breathing. Deep, steady breath, keeping the spine as long as you can. Each inhale, see if you can slide that rib cage forward over the thighs. Good. And again, breath long. Last one. And come back up as you exhale. And release the arms down. Let's take the legs out wide for wide angle pose. So go ahead and turn back towards the side of your mat. Sitting up tall, the tops of your pelvis, you want to fold forward as you exhale. Walk the hands out. Keep the feet flexed, the big toes facing the ceiling, your thighs rolling upward. Good. And breath deep. Go ahead and walk them out as far as you can, coming into each edge of resistance with the breath, meeting it there, and breathing the body open. Good. Let's come back up slowly. Walk the hands back up. And keeping the legs wide, you're going to exhale, turn towards the right leg. Inhale, stretch your right arm up to the sky. As you exhale, you're going to fold down and reach the right hand towards the left toes. So keeping the whole right side of the body long, relaxing that right hip down to the floor. One more breath. And inhale, release back up. Exhale, lower. And the other side, facing left foot. Inhale and exhale, fold down, rolling the chest open towards the ceiling and lengthening all the way down the side of the body. Good. Gazing upward. If your neck starts to get fatigued, you can drop your chin down. And let's release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. All right. So slowly grab the backs of your knees, pull the knees together, and you'll face the front of your mat again, coming into pigeon. So onto the hands and knees. You'll bring your right knee over to your right hand, your right heel to the left side of your groin, pressing the left heel back away from you, and then letting the foot relax down onto the floor. You'll take a deep inhale, try and puff out your chest just like a pigeon. And as you exhale, walk the hands forward and allow the body to rest here. So try to keep both hips parallel to the floor. Don't let that left hip roll up off of the ground. And as you're breathing and the body starts to let go and the hip relaxes, stretch the hands further out away from you. Good. And one more breath in and exhale. Let's walk the hands back in. Again, you'll puff out the chest, open the heart, and exhale, press back into child's pose. So knees back, hips back onto your heels and stretching the spine long. Coming into pigeon on the other side. Come up onto the hands and knees, bringing your left knee to your left hand, your heel to the right side of your groin. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, slowly walk the hands forward. Stretching that spine long. Again, breath deep and steady. Make sure that that right thigh is rotated down towards the floor, hips square to the earth. Good. Let's release, walk the hands back up slowly. And again, exhale, press back into child's pose. Hips to heels, lengthening out. Let's come back up like a rag doll, roll back, hips down, one vertebrae at a time, come on up. And swing the legs out in front of you for bridge pose. So lying back onto your mat, knees bent, feet at hip width apart. So slowly coming up into bridge pose, curl the tailbone up off the floor towards your chest and then lifting each vertebrae up one at a time. Walk those shoulders underneath the body. You can keep the palms flat to the earth, or if you can clasp your hands into chest expansion, opening the chest. Good. Inner thighs moving down towards the floor. Don't let the knees splay out. Back of the neck long. One more big inhale. And exhale, you're going to roll it down slowly again, coming back down one vertebrae at a time. Good. Pulling the knees in towards your chest gently. Coming into happy baby pose. You're going to grab the bottoms of your feet, taking the knees wide to the sides of your chest. All right, bottoms of your feet should be facing the ceiling, just like a baby. Drawing those knees closer down towards the floor to release the spine. One more, and go ahead and release. So bringing both feet to the floor, we'll take a spinal twist. You'll bring your right knee to your chest, straighten your left leg. You're going to draw your right knee down to the left side of the body. Arms out wide. And breathing deeply. You can either straighten both arms away from you, keeping your chest relaxed down onto the floor, or you can grab your knee and give yourself a little bit of extra pull down. And gazing the opposite shoulder, let's release back to center. And moving to the other side, bring both feet to the floor, hips back to the center of your mat. Bend the left knee in towards your chest, straighten the right leg out. And drop your left knee down to the right side. So again, chest dropping down towards the floor. Slowly pulling that knee down towards the earth. And again, gazing over the opposite shoulder, over that left shoulder. And let's release back to center and lie down for Savasana, palms facing the ceiling. And letting the breath relax. The breath just becomes natural. You're not trying to hold on to anything or control anything. You're just trying to release and let go. Legs relaxed, whole body at rest. Allow yourself to lie here as long as you need to in Shavasana, giving your body the time to integrate all of the things that we've just done. Now we've come to the end of our Hatha Yoga for Flexibility video. We would like to say thank you and hope to see you again soon.